Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Quant Network, aka QNT. So with that being said, I hope that you're all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are out there in the world. So it's been a while since we've talked about Quant, but regardless, right, there's been a lot of big news dropping around QNT and the entire Quant ecosystem. But one of the biggest things that we've talked about in the past, even going all the way back to 2021, was the UK with Quant, right? Because you go back to September of 2020, that's when we got this announcement. Quant named a supplier on UK government's CCS G Cloud 12 framework. Now, if you actually scroll down on this, we could actually see that Crown Commercial Services G Cloud 12 framework to offer Overledger as a cloud software. Now, this was within the UK, and it was all regarding the digital marketplace. We even see down here that from today, all the UK government will have access to Quant's powerful technology that helps enterprises, governments, and individuals to unlock the true value of distributed ledger technologies. Now, this was a little bit of a confirmation that Quant will play a role in the evolution of the UK government in terms of moving from the traditional systems to more so digital systems. And we even got a little bit of a breakdown of Overledger as well. And that's also when we got this announcement over here on the gov.uk website, where Quant was actually named as a supplier within the digital marketplace. And we get even a little bit of a breakdown regarding what Quant Network actually is: technology provider enabling trusted digital interaction, helping create a secure digital future to the benefit of enterprises, regulators, governments, and individuals. Now, with this in mind, right, this was, like I said, a big announcement. Well, today, I should say more so yesterday, Quant was at the IFGS 2024. Now, this was a pretty small event. Not a lot of people were actually talking about it, but we got a ton of great information and announcements actually from this event. We'll be bringing you live highlights of Gilbert Verdian on stage for A Token for Your Thoughts, Blockchain Driving a More Efficient Future this morning. Now, we scroll down, we get some live updates. We have also on the panel Matt One, Control Alt, and Victoria Thompson of Aurora World UK. Here we have a little bit of a background image where A Token for Your Thoughts, Blockchain Driving a More Efficient Future. This is all, this was something that, a lot of people didn't really pay attention to, but now everyone knows about this event because of the announcement that we got from it. We'll talk about, but here we have, until now, finance has been electronic. People think it's digital, but it hasn't been. Tokenization is at the core of the transformation to true digital assets. The key benefits are security and programmability, being able to code in logic to the asset itself for the first time. We also have down here, Thompson, people don't care about tokenization. They care about their money. What tokenization can do is make it cheaper, quicker, better, but also open up new segments. Being on the same page as regulators is very important, says Gilbert Verdian. Standards are also critical. Integrating something into your core banking system is something you don't want to do very often. So they actually worded this a little bit wrong, but it's all good. That's why getting the foundation right is so important. We have, I don't know any central bank or commercial bank in the world that isn't investigating or implementing DLT. They understand the benefits. What they're doing now is collaborating with each other to create this new infrastructure. We also have down here, Thompson, we're talking about tech for banks. Banks have the capital, but they don't invest enough themselves. We need more companies like Quant that are thinking about infrastructure. That's where we need the investment to turbocharge this. And we also have, we've always had the capacity to do world-class implementations in this country. We need to think about what the UK should be doing for the next 30 years. The UK can be at the epicenter of what I say. Let's stop talking about it. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. And as we really look at the UK, they are at the forefront of the digital revolution. In fact, they have been pushing for regulations and standards around crypto, around blockchain for a very long time. They want to become a crypto hub. And the best way to do that is by investing into and utilizing these technologies like Quant Network. This is infrastructure. This is the infrastructure layer and the foundation, if you will, for the new financial system. I've always talked about that in multiple videos whenever I talk about Quant. But then we got this announcement off the back of this event, which was, we're proud to announce that together with Inside R3, We have been selected to produce the technology prototype for the experimentation phase of the UK's regulated liability network, led by UKF Tweets and supported by EY News. Guys, this is a massive, massive, massive announcement. I don't think that I need to tell you guys that. R3 has been an absolute leader in this space for a very, very long time. If you go over to their website, you can see a little bit about them, right? R3 is shaping the future of regulated markets, enabling an open, trusted, and enduring digital economy where value is securely exchanged. And this is their leading tokenization platform as well, R3's Corda, powering the digitalization of real-world assets and currencies for global regulated institutions everywhere. And here are some key insights. The first permissioned enterprise DLT platform built from the ground up. The first green blockchain platform based on peer-to-peer consensus mechanism. The first to develop a blockchain platform that meets NIST cryptographic standards. The first live digital bond issuance on Euroclear's DFMI platform powered by Corda. The first bank in the world, HSBC, to offer tokenized gold powered by Corda. The first in Gartner's 2023 hype cycle for tokenization, layer 1 blockchain platforms and smart contracts. The first digital bond issued on a Corda-powered exchange, SDX. The first wholesale CBDC to support on-chain settlement of primary issuance on digital exchange, powered by Corda. Again, they have been the first for a lot of big things. But beyond that, look at some of the information behind R3, specifically the institutions behind them. 400 plus leading institutions rely on R3's Corda for the secure transfer of data, automated workflows, and to tokenize assets securely. Look at these names. You have the DTCC being mentioned on here. Guys, they settled $2.5 quadrillion worth of securities per year. You have the World Bank on here. You have Nexi, which is tapped in with Quant already. You have massive, massive names. Truist, Wells Fargo, Morgan Stanley, MUFG, NASDAQ, Euroclear, the Monetary Authority of Singapore, Credit Suisse. Guys, the list goes on and on and on. And I really do think that everyone should pay attention to the names that are tied to R3 and even Corda, because this is one of the largest blockchain-based networks out there that have been at the forefront of this revolution. We've talked about R3 on multiple occasions. Everyone needs to know what R3 is, who R3 is, and who are the names behind them. And Quant working with them is only more confirmation and even gives us even more confidence behind Quant, especially for the future. Over here we have from Gilbert Verdian. Today I am delighted to announce that Quant Network has been selected alongside Inside R3 as a technology provider for the UK's regulated liability network, led by UKF Tweets and supported by EY News. And again, this goes even back to the initial announcement. Like I said, Quant has been embedded within the UK government and the UK system for a very long time. They are a leader when it comes to technology within the UK. This is only more confidence behind that, and it really kind of gives us even more confirmation of that. The UK RLN is envisaged as a common platform for innovation across multiple forms of money, including existing commercial bank deposits and a shared ledger for tokenized commercial bank deposits. Working with commercial banks and payment networks, RLN will explore the interoperability of all forms of money, test new payment flows for users to make payments, and transact and settle liabilities in tokenized and non-tokenized commercial bank money fit for the increasingly digital marketplaces of the future. Quant's involvement is focused on enabling programmability and interoperability across different forms of money by delivering the orchestration and API layer to the project with its Overledger platform. And do you guys remember with what Quant was actually exploring with APIs, with the BIS, and even the Bank of England? It was all through CBDC use cases with the API tapped in, right? The API layer. That's exactly what they're doing here as well. We look forward to seeing how this transformative initiative will help to progress the UK's financial infrastructure. This is a massive deal, and I'm going to go in depth on this announcement here in a second, but I do want to go over these 3 posts. And the first post is actually from Anderson. We have, as many have speculated, Quant would be involved with the work of the shared ledger in the RLN, offering interoperability as well as programmability, while the critical shared ledger capability is offered by R3 in the form of Corda, as expected. But also great confirmation, since the idea of a shared ledger is nothing new. It's fundamental in a lot of the work being done by the BIS and their concept of a unified ledger, making it highly likely that Quant is directly involved here as well. Quant is involved in the BIS Project Rosalind, which I just recently mentioned. So we know they're working with the BIS already, and MasterCard and Barclays is part of both Project Rosalind and the Regulated Liability Network. Things are looking bright for Quant and its Overledger platform. And here we have, for the last 2 years, the potential of a new shared ledger paradigm has been discussed in numerous publications. The BIS presented its blueprint for a future monetary system, envisaging a new type of financial market infrastructure, a unified ledger. Here we have at the bottom the RLN being mentioned. Again, that's that regulated liability network that we just talked about. And then over here we have Barclays, Citi, HSBC, Lloyds Banking Group, MasterCard, NatWest, Nationwide, Santander, Standard Chartered, and even Virgin Money, and also Visa. They are being supported by EY and also Linklaters and a technology team of R3, Quant, DXC, and also Koju. And then also on the last slide here, we have Quant will be enabling programmability and interoperability across different forms of money by delivering the orchestration and API layer to the project with our Overledger platform. And also from Greg Lunt, again, big shout out to Greg Lunt. You already know him. I've shouted him out multiple times whenever I talk about Quant. He has been a quant-centered individual, but we have, boom, Q&T, Citi, Visa, HSBC, Barclays, NatWest, all of those big names building the UK's regulated liability network. Quant will be enabling programmability and interoperability across different forms of money through their Overledger APIs. Use cases for this experiment include delivery versus payment, e-commerce, bond issuance, credit debit card gateway, property market infrastructure. Each of these represent a multi-trillion-dollar market. Q&T instantly becomes a major player in the tokenization of real-world assets. And here we have a few quotes. This is from Citi UK, the CEO. The RLN's shared ledger technology has the potential to bring about 24/7 multi-asset programmable settlement venues that can support the emerging needs of the rapidly developing digital economy. Visa, global head of strategic growth initiatives. RLN represents a great opportunity for the industry to drive innovation in settlements through a network of value. Also, MasterCard, EVP, blockchain, and digital assets. We look forward to this collective work to explore how the UK RLN project can enable greater interoperability and security. Then also the NatWest head of group payment strategy and research. The RLN concept provides an opportunity to collaborate openly with peers, regulators, and innovators to help understand what the future of money and asset movement could look like. And then also Santander, the chief payments officer. RLN provides an excellent vehicle to experiment with the programmability of smart contracts, bringing together the customer journey and customer money in the form of regulated tokenized money and assets through a shared ledger. And Gilbert Verdian, of course, as the UK seeks leadership position in financial markets, projects like the RLN highlight the essential role that shared ledgers will play in this transition and offer a model that we can extend to other markets. Here we have the new UK regulated liability network in terms of the UK finance, in terms of that announcement. So this is very, very exciting. And, it really does provide us an insight on just how big of a role Quant is playing with all of this. We have JP Morgan as part of the RLN as well, which is now confirmed to be built on Q&T. Many other institutions will announce their involvement as well as the experiment process or progresses, sorry. And there's a lot of big players here. Yesterday I just included this in a XRP video. It's the Regulated Liability Network. Guys, look at the names on here. The initiative for the RLN comes from a collaboration between the Federal Reserve Bank of New York's Innovative Center and the Bank for International Settlements. The RLN is a big piece of the puzzle, and it includes a ton of big names in this. And I do think that this is going to be the start of a much larger move towards the tokenized economy. But when we go over here to the official announcement, right? There's a few things within this that are very significant to mention. Obviously, Anderson did highlight a few of the big ones, but I do want to just talk a little bit more about some of these things. Specifically, what I want to talk about is what R3 is providing here as well. So R3 brings its ability to deliver complex pioneering projects for regulated markets whilst providing the critical shared ledger capability via its leading tokenization platform, Corda, and digital currency solution, part of the recently announced R3 Digital Markets product suite. Quant will be enabling programmability and interoperability across all different forms of money by delivering the orchestration and API layer to the project with our Overledger platform. And the project will draw on the expertise of major global banks and institutions that plan to use the platform to test several retail and wholesale payments use cases. Again, they do break those down here, which we just talked about. But also R3's and Quant's technologies were built from the ground up for deployment in highly regulated use cases such as this. R3's shared ledger and Quant's Overledger API-based platform have been chosen for their capabilities in connecting diverse systems. This selection highlights their complementary and effective approaches to interoperability and integration. Remember when everybody said, oh, well, Quant's useless because R3 does have interoperability solutions already in place as well? Well, guess what? This is all complementary. Focus on how they can complement each other. And we also have R3 shared ledger technology is a great asset to this experimentation phase of work. This project is being run to test hypotheses about the envisaged benefits of a UK RLN as a platform for innovation and will be integral for future-proofing and progressing the UK's financial infrastructure. Quant's expertise developing connectivity and smart contracts will prove invaluable to the UK RLN proof of concept as we look to simulate the integration of participants' existing systems and explore payments programmability that enhances use cases and business flows. We live in a digital age in which people and companies expect digital finance to operate globally at speed with better security and at scale. But our legacy payments and financial infrastructure has not kept up. As the UK seeks to a leadership position in finance markets or financial markets, projects like the RLN highlight the central role that shared ledgers will play in this transition and offer a model we can extend to other markets. We're delighted to be a key part of this important initiative, which so closely aligns with our company vision, an empowered, interconnected world. The RLN initiative is bringing the industry together to work towards a shared goal, harnessing the benefits of tokenized finance in a manner that is regulated, orderly, and interoperable. Being selected to lead and deliver this technology stream for an experimentation phase underpinning the UK RLN is a huge milestone for R3 and a testament to our technology when it comes to powering the digitalization of real-world assets and currencies in complex and highly regulated industries. In the future, the RLN could provide a digital infrastructure that firms across the ecosystem can connect into and innovate further. We're excited to be part of a truly pioneering initiative that will hopefully inform other future innovation. And, again, this is all about regulated markets as well. And when you think about that, MiCA goes live at the end of this year. Regulations are happening. That's only going to streamline regulations in the UK, in the US, and all around the world. Guys, things are changing rapidly. Quant is playing a vital role in all of this. Everyone's looking at Q&T in terms of the price today, next week, next month. Guys, I'm looking at where Quant is headed in the next 5 years. In the next 5 years, Q&T is going to be absolutely massive in my opinion. Quant will be a household name. And if it's not a household name, everyone will be utilizing it without realizing it. Things are changing rapidly around technology. You are starting to see the big picture coming together, especially with initiatives like this. I am so excited about this because, again, it proves just how significant of a name Quant is. This is why you focus on those projects that are standardization, compliance, and regulation forward. They are tapped in on every single initiative. This is something that I'm very excited about. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, but this is an absolute massive announcement, and it goes all the way back to what 2020 was telling us when Quant was named a supplier on the UK government's CCS G-Cloud 12 framework. Again, this is how embedded Quant is within the government and the financial sector in some of these big key areas like the UK. And I'm very excited about the future. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.